Hello, welcome back to Chat About It, Don't Shout About It with me, Rachel the Queen, the woke as crowned by one of my haters. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you to everyone who's joined me already. It's really good to have you here. Can I get to 1,000 subscribers by July to mark my 1-year anniversary of having fun and doing this channel? Today we're reacting to some TikToks. I've not seen these TikToks. By the way, I will be getting something to download TikToks because I would actually prefer to just have them on the screen next to me. But just for the time being, please just bear with me. Apparently, these TikToks are interesting, so let's watch them.
Are you a woman or are you a man?
I'm so offended. How dare you?
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
I don't care. You now cancel.
I'm so sorry. Let's start over again, okay?
Hi, my pronouns are G, G, Z, Z, Zo, Zo, Boo, Boo, Da, Ga, Do, Do, or
Hi, I'm Scott.
I'm alpha BHD and demisexual and I have some skin problem. I'm able-bodied, but I'm planning to be disabled very soon. And
Damn, you're the ugliest woman I ever seen in my life.
I'm so offended. How dare you? You now cancel.
I don't give a fuck. Who the fuck are you?
Pronouns are G, G, Z, Z, Zo, Zo,
Oh my God.
Boo, Ga, Ga, Do, Do,
You having a stroke? Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm alpha BHD and
He swore,
demisexual.
naughty.
And I have some skin problem.
Shit, yeah.
I'm able-bodied, but I'm planning to be disabled very soon. And
Okay, I will admit that's a huge exaggeration, but it does feel that way sometimes. I'm not going to lie. I'm a millennial. I've met people from Gen Z who have started a conversation with, "Hi, my pronouns are," and I'm like, please, can you actually just say your name? And if you really want to, do your pronouns, can you at least just do that afterwards? At least, I'm happy for people to just go and do them if that's what they really want to do. So yeah, the video, it's funny, bit exaggerated.
Today's pronoun of the day is forests. So these are nature-inspired pronouns. And you might be thinking, nature-inspired pronouns? What are you talking about?
She's talking about neopronouns.
Neopronouns. And if you've never heard of neopronouns, well, I urge you to please go and look it up, do some research, because neopronouns have been around for such a long time. And a lot of people don't realize that because a lot of people don't come out using neopronouns.
That's because neopronouns are not a natural way of talking.
There's various reasons for that. A big one is because coming out using neopronouns is not looked upon as something that's socially acceptable as of right now, of course. But we are trying to change that. I hope to see in our lifetime that we can change that. And the way we can change that is to get more people to know about neopronouns and see that people do use neopronouns.
Is she talking to children?
But it's okay. A lot of times it's about having a hard time relating to gender and having a hard time with hearing she, her, he, him, or even they, them pronouns. Although sometimes people do incorporate those pronouns into their list of pronouns, which they feel.
Yes, because it's actually an extremely difficult thing to police. I know people who are gender fluid, and there's one person that I know who I've known for a very long time that's gender fluid. But they've told me that I can keep using their biological pronoun for them because I've known them for such a long time. It is very difficult for me to make the adaptation. And also, you see a random person in the street, your brain takes that, 0.3456 seconds, whatever it is, to actually register what their biological sex actually is.
comfortable sharing with various people. However, that does not invalidate that they use neopronouns as well. A lot of times using other pronouns is for safety, and that's not how it should be. Forrest is very
Safety.
vocal about not liking a two-party system. Voting in local elections is crucial to not only Forrest, but so many more. Although it might take a while to create the change Forrest craves, it is still
You see, I would wonder what the flip you were talking about and why a forest actually has something to do with whatever it is that you're talking about. I'll be like, oh, poor forest, poor trees. That's the thing about this. If that sounds transphobic, then that sounds transphobic. Sorry.
self-informed and dedicated to politics. My little fur baby just woke up. I don't know if you heard her little beans tapping away, but that was
Oh,
her.
she's a she, is
Just
she?
remember that I'm not a teacher. I'm just a friend here to help validate you through your pronoun journey or whatever journey you're going through. And do not forget that on this
So
channel, we
much.
believe that no being is free until we are all free, and that means all over the world. Thank you so much for being here. Do not forget to respect each other's pronouns, and that is why
I said what I said. Let's move on.
Let's hear what you got.
Wrap it up.
Let's hear what you got.
That was short and sweet. That feels like me when I go to a group audition, and that's like it is around the room. Everyone state your pronouns, and I'm like, oh my goodness, it's taking forever. We're not being examined on our pronouns. We're not being auditioned on our pronouns.
You can't choose your own pronouns. It's like choosing your own adjectives. Like from now on, you have to call me intelligent and handsome.
What are your pronouns?
I go by any pronouns. I'm gender fluid.
Really? Is that what that definition is? Gender fluid?
Sort of. It's like you feel like one gender one day, maybe another the next, or like neither or any of them.
So if I refer to you as a ver, a ter, a zer, a zim, a her, a him, a they, a them, it doesn't matter?
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter.
Words in English mean specific things. The sidewalk is the sidewalk. We don't just suddenly say, well, from now on, I'm going to call it something else. No, the words have meaning. He means biological male, that you're a male, and she means you're a female.
Are you a man or a woman?
Neither. I kind of identify more fluidly, but I'd say I'm more masculine leaning in my identity.
Because you're a man.
Genuine question. What does your genitalia have to do with your gender in your opinion?
Well, basically, people's anatomy
So you can reproduce and go to the
It's
toilet.
defined as sex, which is very different from gender.
Could you explain to me the difference between sex and gender?
Yeah, so sex is just basically your anatomy, and gender is just what you identify as and how you feel about yourself as a person and how you want to exist in the world. For example, you, as what I'm assuming a cisgender man, you are assigned male at birth, that is your sex, and then your gender is also male. Those two align, whereas someone who is trans, oftentimes those are separate.
What are your pronouns?
He, they.
He, they. And they means?
They.
So could you give me like a little bit of a description of because I don't understand what that means.
There's he, she, and there's they. I'm they.
And so you're them?
Yep.
And so are you multiple people?
Yep.
Really?
Yes.
Could you explain that to me?
No.
'Cause you
Too
don't
much
know.
work. But I am
Too much work.
Legion. I am Legion. I am many. I am the one who is many. Happy Friday.
He's the... Oh, you don't want to answer any more questions? All right. And that's why we get the... What are your pronouns?
Either she, her, or they, them.
What does they, them mean?
Pretty much.
So that person before that was probably the most cohesive answer I've ever seen for it, and at the same time, they also said that it was too much work. That tells me a lot.
What I'm feeling more of not gender confined, like pretty much no gender. I choose to go by they, them.
So you don't feel like a gender sometimes?
Pretty much. Like, I'm still questioning what my gender is.
So how does that process work?
Pretty much just I'm playing around with different gender identities and different pronouns until I figure out exactly which one.
And so some days you feel like a what, and some days you feel like a what?
Some days I feel she, her. Other days, like today, I'm feeling more no gender.
Wow.
So there you go. What do you make of those TikToks? Like that person said earlier, that man, that he said that it was too much work explaining something like that. I actually agree, because if it is too much work for someone to explain something like that, then think about what it is like for also us when we have to make those adjustments. That is also a lot of work. Like that girl in the pink earlier, she was giving examples using the neopronouns forest. And that must be a lot of work for her to do that. And is it really, at the end of the day, something that is worth stressing yourself out over? Particularly when you're looking at the greater, wider world that actually just sees that male and female, and most people don't give two hoots about gender. Like doing it within your own family and your friends and the people that are close to you. If you can make those adaptations for the people that are close to you, they will adapt. And also, I can imagine that pronouns for the employer is hard to work with as well. As someone who has in the past hired people, this was when I lived in a different country, so pronouns wasn't a thing at all. If I'd seen that on there, I'd have been like, oh no, that's a lot to adapt to. You have to mold around one person. Well, anyway, those are those TikToks. You are more than welcome to send TikToks to me, because I'm going to be making TikToks a regular feature. If you go to my About page on this YouTube channel and you go down, there is an email. There's a business email that you can link them to. Please do feel free to send them to me. It would be great to receive them from you. I love reacting to them, and I love doing a non-planned reaction. So everything that you see here is my real-time reaction from the first time seeing them. They can be woke TikToks, they can be funny TikToks, anything you like. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.